Hey, welcome everybody. We're live. Oh, look at that. Look at that down there. Hey, Fred Weaver and Kevin Kaufman here with you, joined by our very good friends, Jimmy and Andrew Franklin. And congratulations, guys. I'll just spill the beans right off the top. 28 months now at eXp, and you guys just crossed over 400 agents in your little collaboration group. How's that feel?
Pretty good, pretty good.
It's never fast enough, and we have the desire to grow that group. But the 400 we have are pretty awesome partners, and we've had a lot of fun over the last 28 months.
Fantastic. Well, while you guys were doing that, I heard you sold a little bit of real estate as well. So congratulations on the, I don't know, couple houses, like 1,500 plus houses that you guys managed to close last year, and all the records you set with your title company and your lending company and every other empire that you guys have built over the last couple of years, man. It's just fun to be in business with you guys and watch all your success.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah, it was a surreal year for a lot of people, but the real estate market held up pretty well in Houston and pretty much across the country. So we definitely benefited from that. So we're pretty excited about all the different businesses and all the different partners we have in those businesses.
Yeah, and also just thank you guys for convincing us to take this step. Best business decision I've ever made in my 43 years on planet Earth, and you guys have been great partners and great mentors as well.
We've lost Kevin. Number one, he's gone speechless on you, Jimmy. Number two, he's at home, and I think Kevin actually rose from the dead today just to do this Facebook Live because he loves it.
Listen, man, this is how cool eXp is and how much like it. COVID or not, I'm showing up for this, right? Like it doesn't even matter, right? I'm into this. So no, the reality is it's been so much fun to watch you guys do your thing over the years, over the last couple of years. You know, one of the really cool things we talked about your groups, you know, now 400 plus people, but one of the things that stuck out to me is the amount of production in those 400 people. Like it's one thing that, you know, I want to say the number was closer to 1,650 units last year, but what's 150 units when you're already doing, you know, 1,000 plus. But the production, even outside of the Franklin team that you guys have surrounded yourselves with inside of your collaboration group has been really amazing. I'd love to kind of talk about that and how you've been able to just surround yourself with big thinkers constantly.
Yeah, we actually calculated it. So people that don't know, the Icon Award at eXp is the top two or so percent of the company where you get rewarded your $16,000 back, or you can get the $16,000 back with some production requirements as well as some cultural requirements. And so you have to sell, you know, depending on your market, at least 30 homes roughly, depending on your market and price point. And I think the last time we counted, we had about 20 of those icons just in our group. And a lot of the people, we do have some big teams. And so a lot of the people in that 400, they couldn't icon if they did enough production, because you do have to pay the $16,000 cap. And so I think we've accumulated a lot of great producers, and I think that's why a lot of people have been attracted, is that, you know, for whatever people think about eXp and recruiting, at the end of the day, people want to sell more homes and they want to be in rooms with people that can help them sell more homes. And so we've had the good fortune of attracting a lot of top talent, and that talent is giving back to our group, and in turn, we're all selling more homes together. Our last year, you mentioned 1,650 homes, Kevin. Our last year at RE/MAX, we sold about 850 homes. And so production will always be our number one focus. And I think of, you know, the 400 people in our group, it's pretty much the same. And so we're doing a lot to try to help people grow their production. And it helps when you have a lot of those big time producers in our group that just feed off each other.
That's really awesome, guys. Jimmy, what's been maybe one of the more surprising things for you over the last 2+ years now at eXp as you kind of look back? You say this is the best business decision you've made in your 43 years here on planet Earth. So tell us a little bit more about, maybe one of the more surprising things for you.
Well, there's been a number of surprising things, how great it is, to find out that this effort is so collaborative, and that we're all on the same team. That we didn't really see that coming. We did think that we would be successful with attraction, and we have been not as successful as everyone in the company, but we're very pleased with that. But obviously, the nobody saw 500% return, growth in our company stock. People joked around when it came, well, that stock that you're getting isn't going to be worth anything. And to be quite honest, I didn't ever agree with that, but I just figured it would be a stable, solid, glad to have it kind of stock that we're getting a discount on it when we purchased it on commissions, but nothing that was going to change anybody's life, right? Just solid, good savings plan. So if you have anything that surprised me the most, it would be that, I guess.
That's awesome. Well, on behalf of a lot of the eXp agents, thank you guys for selling a lot of your stock at the end of 2020 and bringing it back down to a level that we all can buy more and get some more shares here. And I'm sure we'll see it. It's still hanging out over $60 a share, but I'm sure we'll see it back over 80 before we know it again.
On February 27th, which was the last day before, the beginning of the month that everything changed, right, for everybody. March came along. On February 27th, it closed at $10 a share. Exactly $10.00 a share. So I thought that was pretty fascinating. So as of right now, it's up a little over 500%. At least it was yesterday. So.
Well, and Dad, we have so many. I mean, I could read 10 texts from people that said, I didn't come here for the stock. And now I have $40,000 in my account that I didn't even realize I had, or I bought an Escalade. That's a real story, cash, or I paid off. We won't mention our partner in San Antonio who paid off his house from stock. So when you say changing lives, I mean, we have stories and texts and real things that the stock actually is worth a little bit of money when you cash it out. So.
Right.
That's phenomenal. What do you, Andrew, what do you say to the people that are maybe out there right now that are going, okay, all right, like a couple years later, I see eXp's like, it's legit, right? I'm no longer saying the stock's fake. I'm no longer saying the company's not about selling real estate. We've shown up here as a company. eXp closed the year 2020 out with over 40,000 agents. But now there's some people out there starting to say like, well, I missed the boat. Maybe I'd come join you guys. Like, I'd love to be a part of your collaboration, but now I think it's too late for me. Like, what do you say to those guys?
Well, let me jump in there. There was a guy that was right on his way. Like he was on his way and changed his mind the last time. And then when I reached out to him, not necessarily because the stock was at $33 a share, but at that point, and he said exactly that thing. I missed the boat. And we don't make stock predictions that's just something we don't do. I said, well, we're going to keep growing. Our agent count will keep growing. That prediction I'm gonna easily make. I said, so you might have missed a window, but there's a lot of windows here, and you hadn't missed them all, and there's gonna be plenty more to come. So there's plenty more out there. So you didn't miss the windows.
You just have to look at the math and the numbers. 40,000 agents, and you guys probably know it better than me in the country, 2 million licensed agents. And granted, a lot of those people maybe are dormant or just have their license, or don't, do it on the side. But the numbers that are more powerful to me that shows that this isn't going to stop is twofold. It's let's look at the other big brands out there that have been stagnant for years or negative in their growth, and having 100,000 agents, 90,000 agents, 150,000 agents. That's one point. It's like 40,000 is a big jump, and it's grown like crazy, and the growth pace hasn't slowed down. So why all of a sudden would it stop? But there's still a huge market where eXp is not anywhere close to the biggest agent count brand out there. And then factor in that they've opened 5 countries in the last 6 months as well, with very few agents in those. And so if the company's sustainable, it's got a financial model that is cash flow positive and net income positive, and it's still growing agent count with a big runway, the stock, in my opinion, as not a stock expert, can only go up. And will it have this? Absolutely. A lot of companies do have that. Amazon and Tesla, they have big reductions. But if eXp goes to 100,000 agents, which in my opinion it will, why won't the stock go up? I don't have an answer to that.
So I want to add this in too, like kind of going back to I missed my window. Like it's so easy to say, it's such a limiting belief. So that way you don't have to take action or own your own decision that you made. Like I believe that's what that response is to. It's not having to own my decision that I made, or not having to justify my inaction. Because if you look at it logically, there's no window. Like the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The best time to plant your license at eXp Realty absolutely was 11 and a half years ago. The next best time is today, right? And that's truthfully how I look at it. When you think about this company is going to go from 40,000 or so agents today in early January 2021 to double that, maybe even 100,000 this time next year. Like, what about the window right now that we're in over the next 12 months, where we're going to double, and we're going to do in the next 12 months what we did the last 11 years? That's amazing. And Andrew, you mentioned the 2 million real estate licensees in the United States, but then you also kind of mentioned, what about the rest of the world? Yes, the rest of the world is so much bigger. When you look at the number of people that sell real estate outside of North America, outside of the United States, like it's phenomenal. The opportunity is so big you could not possibly wrap your head around. So the truth is, no one's missed anything. You might have missed last year or the year before, but you haven't missed an opportunity. It's definitely not too late. It's only too late to make a different choice if you never make a different choice.
Well, in the stock is about the 5th best thing about the company too. So even if the stock stays at $80 or $60 today, or goes back to 80 where it was at its high, or $83, like that's awesome, and that's changed lives, and we just talked about it. But it's the best model to help you grow your real estate business, because you have partners that are invested to help you grow, and it's a abundance mindset. And so that, whether the agent count stops or doesn't, just the way the model's set up with revenue share, it's always going to be the most collaborative environment out there to help you grow your business, in my personal opinion.
Yeah. I just want to give anybody out there who's watching permission to say it's okay to say you were wrong about eXp, because guess what? I was wrong about eXp. Like I said, I would never go. I said hell no to this opportunity when first presented to me. Andrew, I remember some of our early conversations. Like you weren't a hell no, but you also weren't like, hey, how do I get over here tomorrow? It was like, well, I need to know more. Is this sustainable, right? So I think there's a lot of us that we formed an opinion based on some piece, maybe an ounce of information at one time, but it may be time to like take a look at some other ounces of information, some newer ounces of information, if you will, and potentially, go ahead and take a new opinion on what's going on at eXp. So I would just say for anybody out there, like you don't even have to join it necessarily, but if you've always said it won't last or whatever else, or you've kind of been watching on the sideline, like take a little bit of a deeper look. I would challenge that you don't understand the model as deep as you may think. And there's a lot of fun being had over here. There's a ton of collaboration being had, and there's more perks and financial benefits to us as real estate agents than any other brand out there has ever created for us.
That's
Well,
right.
and why not be open? I mean, I talk to Compass, I talk to all these other, I mean, I'll talk to any brokerage model, and at the time it's the best fit for our family and our agents and everyone. Until it's not, I mean, I'll leave tomorrow if there's a better place for my agents and my family and people on our team. And so what does it hurt to be open and learn the model? At the worst, you're creating a relationship, and you're learning something, and it could be a good fit. It could not be a good fit. But this belief that, oh, if I meet with someone or openly look at something, like, that's just smart business. So that's always a surprising thing to, like, oh, I know everything about it, or I talked to some other person and I'm staying here. So
I'm loyal to my broker. Mixing up, loyal to my landlord. So
Jimmy's like, I'm off camera after that. He just
Fine.
went
It was a mic
off.
drop.
Like,
It was a
I'm
mic
done.
drop.
Mic drop. No,
Where'd
I
I
mean, I
go?
think we all, you're gone, Jimmy, but we love your comment. I mean, at the end of the day, like, we respect loyalty and everything else, but like, I also respect people that are loyal to their family and what's best for them. Right. I mean, I think relationships matter. And at the end of the day, like, I want you guys to do what's best for, yourselves and your families and the other agents around you. Why wouldn't anybody want that for their people?
yeah. Well, that's what we wanted to sort of chat about. If anyone, has questions for any four of us on the model, or have a confidential meeting, you can find us here on Facebook, give you our honest opinion. And there's people we've talked to that said, hey, for this exact reason, it might not be the right fit. I think, we'll give you that honest feedback if your particular situation doesn't make sense for this model. But I think it's going to keep growing, and I think it's a pretty attractive place to be. And I know we have some amazing sponsors, and we have amazing people that can help you grow your business from our upline to our downline. And it's just quite an environment if you have a growth mentality.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
it. Well, guys,
I'm
go
still
ahead,
here,
Jimmy.
guys. I just, for some reason, my video won't let me get back on. So I'm sure y'all are happy with that. That's okay.
We're just smiling, Jimmy. We're wondering how, after 43 years on this earth, we haven't figured out how to bring your camera back on. We love you anyway.
All right, guys.
No, I want to say this, guys, like, very seriously. I mean this. Like, there's people that have bigger rev share groups and whatever else, but I don't think there's anybody that has better partners than Kevin and I do at eXp. You guys are, like, seriously some of the best people, and I'd hang out doing anything with you guys, real estate or not. So I'm just so honored to be partnered with you guys and be in business together. And I know the same way that we feel about you guys, I feel like the people that are partnered with you at eXp feel about you guys as well. You guys are very supportive and great partners. And I hope some other folks that have been kind of watching from the sidelines will reach out here in early 2021 and inquire about learning a little more.
The guys all the agents and teams that we were able to bring over with us in our group are just unbelievable. Not only are they great producers, they're supportive, and they're professional, and yeah, we couldn't be luckier. We couldn't feel more fortunate to have some of the partners that we have.
Yep.
Good stuff. Well, hey guys, I'm looking forward to doing a video for 600, 800, and 1,000. Maybe we'll just knock all three of those out here this year in 2021. And I know we got some other big announcements coming with you guys soon. Some really cool people that are joining eXp, not just in Houston. You guys are starting to expand those boundaries. And so for those of you out there that, you guys know Andrew and Jimmy and the Franklin team in Houston, but there's a lot of people around the country that are starting to take notice of the amazing business that you guys have and just how well you guys do things, and are opting into collaborating with you guys in other cities in Texas and outside of the state of Texas. So excited to make some more announcements with you guys soon.